Hello everyone, my name is Vinny Sethi. I hope you all are staying healthy. Today we are going to talk about aggregate supply, component of aggregate supply schedule with the help of diagram. So let's start it. So what is aggregate supply? Aggregate supply is money value of total output available in the economy for purchase during a given period. Aggregate supply is money value of total output available in the economy for purchase during a given period. And most important thing, aggregate supply is equal to national income, and national income or aggregate supply is sum of consumption, expenditure and saving. National income or aggregate supply is sum of consumption, expenditure and saving. In short, we can say that aggregate supply basically have two components, consumption, expenditure and saving, and we can represent it as AS equal to C plus S. Here AS is aggregate supply and C is consumption and S is saving. Now we will talk about aggregate supply schedule. Here we have four columns. In first column we have national income, in second column we have consumption, in third column we have saving, and last column we have aggregate supply. Initially you can see when our income is 0 but our consumption is 20, because for survival we need to consume something. We have to buy food, medicines, etc. And if our income is 0, then from where this 20 rupees came? This 20 rupees came from our past saving. That's why we minus 20 from our saving. Okay. After that, our income as consumption both start increasing, but still our consumption is more than from our income. That's why we again use some amount of money from our saving. Okay. You can see here our income is 10 but consumption is 25. Gap between 25 and 10 is 15. This 15 rupees we will take from our past saving. That's why we minus 15 from our saving account. Okay. Now you can see gap between 20 and 30 is 10, and we minus 10 from our saving. And again gap between income and consumption is 5, and we minus 5 from our saving, because we are taking some amount of money from our saving. Okay. After that, our consumption and income will equal to each other. You can see our income is 40 and consumption is also 40. That's why we have 0 saving. But after this point, our income will be more than consumption. You can see income is rising from 40 to 50, 50 to 60, but consumption is rising only 40 to 45, 45 to 50. Means income is more than from our consumption. If income is more than from our consumption, means now we can save. That's why our saving is also increasing from 0 to 5, 5 to 10. Okay. Now as I earlier discussed, our aggregate supply is sum of consumption and saving. Okay. Aggregate supply is sum of our consumption and saving. This is our consumption and this is our saving, and this is our aggregate supply, that is sum of consumption and saving. And most important thing, as we earlier discussed, national income is equal to our aggregate saving. Okay. This is our aggregate saving and this is our national income. You can see both are equal to each other. As national income is 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 40. Similar, our aggregate saving 0 to 10, 10 to 20 and 20 to 30. Means both are equal to each other. Now we understand each and everything with the help of this diagram. In this diagram, on x-axis we have national income, or we can say that on x-axis we have aggregate supply. As we all know, aggregate supply and national income are equal to each other. On y-axis we have consumption and saving. This black SS curve is our saving curve. This red AS curve is our aggregate supply curve, that is equal to income. This CC is our consumption curve, and you can see here our consumption start from 20, not from 0, because our consumption cannot be 0. For survival we need to consume something. That's why at 0 income we have 20 consumption. After this point, our consumption and income both start increasing, but still our consumption is more than from our income. If our consumption is more than from our income means we are taking some amount of money from our past saving. That's why our saving going in negative. Okay, and at this point our income is equal to consumption. When income is equal to consumption means we have zero saving. Okay, and after this point our income is more than from our consumption. Is if income is more than from our consumption means now we can save. That's why our saving is increasing, you can see here. Okay, this is all about aggregate supply and component of aggregate supply and aggregate supply schedule with diagram. I think you got it, and thank you so much for watching this video. Bye, take care.